guys, how's it going? MasterBucks here, and welcome to yet another FIFA 20 career mode video. Now, Ultimate Team, if you guys don't really know, isn't much of my forte, at least on this channel, if you will. And that is still the same. It is a career mode video today, but we, in this video, are going to be working with some icons. I have assembled a team in FIFA 20 career mode that is completely comprised of prime icon players. We've chucked them all in Newcastle, and look at this absolute madness of a starting 11. We've got Schmeichel in goal. We've got a back four of Roberto Carlos, Maldini, Nesta, Carlos Alberto. And just look at the rest of the team. Vieira, Pirlo, Maradona, Zidane, Pele, Ronaldo up top. This is a team completely of prime icon players. And it ain't just the starting 11. We've got Yashin, Zanetti, Puyol, Baggio. We've got Gerrard, Ronaldinho, Johan Cruyff. And the reserves are also just absolutely nuts. Not a single player in this team is below the overall of 90. The depth is mental. Of course, we've got certain legends. If we were going to do it with Newcastle, we had to get in Alan Shearer. I mean, please. Yes, we also have Michael Owen. Maybe not exactly a Newcastle legend in the same way as Shearer, but still. We even got Cliven in, just because, you know, he's a Newcastle player as well. We actually have a lot of attackers, probably more than we needed to. But whatever, this is a team of all prime icon players, and we are going to be simulating an entire Premier League season to see what an entire icon team in the Premier League can do. Surely they've got to go on and win the whole thing. I think the real question is, can they go completely undefeated and maybe, hell, who knows, win every single game? Now, just before we get underway with this one, I'll let you know that the video was brought to you by Squarespace. They are the best place on the internet to go to build a brilliant, beautiful looking webpage, and we'll hear more about them a little later in the video. Now, before we get underway with any of this, you know I've got to give a shout out to Fifa, the man who has created not only the realism mod for FIFA 20 career mode, and I'm sure plenty of you guys have heard about that and heard about him, but he has also created this squad file, including all the icon players in career mode, so shout outs to him. Check him out in the description. But anyway, I'm going to advance ahead. There's no need for any transfer activity or anything like that. We're keeping the team as is. I'm going to advance, honestly, maybe every 10 games or so. I want to check in like every now and again. So let's maybe, the first simulation will sim to the 1st of October. That's going to be a little under 10 games in the season, just to get a bit of a gauge of how things are going. And don't worry, I'm so confident, right, that this team is going to win the Premier League. I would be shocked if it doesn't, but like, I'm dead set confident. Like, what am I even talking about? This team is 100% going to go on to win the Premier League title, and when it does, because I'm that damn confident, surely, I'm going to play the game where they get to lift up the trophy. Maybe, who knows, they might even do bits in the FA Cup, the Champions League, although they're not actually going to be in the Champions League because we're doing it with Newcastle. Maybe in that case, a second season is required. Okay, so far, the 100% season that I genuinely believe this team is capable of is still on. It's still on the cards here, but so is Man City's sticking with us. Liverpool, Man United, they're also up there. Arsenal too. West Ham, Spurs, Wolves, Chelsea dropped off a fair bit. No, they're only at 9th. It's not that bad. Early days in the season. We only conceded one goal so far in the Premier League, and I wonder who we actually conceded it to. It was Arsenal in the first game of the season, but hey, we conceded one goal in the first game of the goddamn Premier League and went on a tear. We're winning games by like 4 or 5 goals here. But surely, if any time, any team is going to be capable of getting a 100% season in the Prem, this team of prime icons has got to do it. Oh my goodness gracious me, it's still on. It is still on. Oh my goodness gracious me, is it still on? It ain't just on. Now I'm getting a bit pissed off. We're halfway through the season. We've won 20 out of 20, 60 points out of 60. We have a 9-point gap between Liverpool and Man City, Arsenal, Man United, Spurs, Chelsea. This table, apart from the fact that Newcastle's on top and we have a whole bunch of retired 50, 60-year-old players playing for us, aside from that, it's actually pretty realistic, the order of the table, minus Newcastle on top. But oh my god, I'm thinking here, imagine if we kept a clean sheet against Arsenal. Imagine if we did that shit. We'd be on 74 goals and not one conceded. That would be unbelievable. It could happen. It very well could happen. Now, we've reached the halfway stage of the season, and I kind of want to take a look at who's getting the goals for me, who's doing what. We've got Maradona at the moment leading with 21. Ronaldo's my up top striker, but he's injured at the moment and has 15 goals in 18 appearances. You got Zidane that's scoring, Pele that's scoring. So, you know, my striker and my 3 center attacking midfielders are all doing the majority of the damage. Carlos Alberto from right back's got a decent amount of assists as well. Mataus as well. You've got more from, like, there's quite a gap between these 6 or 7 or these 6 and then the rest, isn't there? The assists are bloody pretty evenly spread out as well between my 3 center attacking midfielders and Roberto Carlos as well. I forgot to mention too as well, all the players' ages are 25 just by default. Otherwise, if they were like 58, they, you know, if they were the actual ages that they were, then their overalls would just completely capitulate and fall off a cliff and they'd retire in the first season. But yeah, okay. I think it looks like we're going to win the Premier League. And I think hopefully we might maybe still be on for a 100% season. Let's maybe go ahead to March. I reckon that'll still be a decent amount of games, about 10 or so there or just under. So we'll be around about the 30 game mark. And then if we're still at 0 games lost, it's got to be on. Or 0 games lost and 0 games drawn even, if we still have that 100% record. And no! It's over! Oh, the undefeated, not just undefeated, goddamn, I gotta get that out of my head. The 100% season is over. We drew. Who are the bastards that have done it? But anyway, just on that note, God, we gotta at least talk about the fact that we've scored 100 goals in 27 games and only conceded 1. The greatest defense in the history of anything ever, surely, in a top division. And 1 draw. And you know, because it's still only 1 goal we've conceded for the whole damn season, that it was a 0-0 draw. Someone managed to keep us to 0-0. What did they do? Did they have all 11 players stuffed into the goal or something? Who was it? I need to know. It was... What is it with Arsenal? They scored the only goal against us all season, and then we drew 0-0 against them. They are the fucking bastards that managed it. And Jesus Christ, fair play to Man City and Liverpool. This title is still not won after we have won 26 out of 27 games, only drawn 1 all season, scored 100 goals, only conceded 1. We have a goal difference of 99, 79 points with over 10 games to play. And it's still not over. We could still bottle it toward the end. Man City are still in with a chance. Liverpool are still in with a chance. That is insane. I don't know, whatever. We are off now. We'll sim the entire season. Actually, I made a mistake. I'm going to skip past that Liverpool game. No, we'll play that final Liverpool game because that will hopefully be the game where we lift up the trophy. And did we go on to seal it? Yes, indeed we did. 109 points. We're going to look to make it 112 and set a record, as we see Liverpool are the only team that got close to us. They themselves may be able to get 100 points, but in order for them to do it, they're going to have to beat us because they're the team that we play next. As you can see, bottom right-hand corner, Newcastle are playing Liverpool. Oh, fucking someone managed to score another goal against us as well. Who was it? Who was it? I need to know. It was Spurs. Spurs got a 3-1-L, but just scoring a goal against this team is just, will send you to raptures, isn't it? All right, let's play this final game of the season with this just nuts, insane team, and we will see this unbelievable team of icons lifting up the Premier League trophy. And once again, just a reminder that this video is thankfully brought to you by Squarespace. If you somehow don't know, Squarespace are by far and away the #1 place on the internet to go to build an incredible looking website. Whether it be a domain, a web page, a web store, anything like that, if you want to build a website, you can do it with Squarespace. There's nothing to patch, install, or upgrade ever with Squarespace, and it is a very simple place to go to build some incredible looking web pages. So please, by all means, go click the link in the description down below to check out Squarespace for yourself, and don't forget to use the code BUCKS to get 10% off at checkout. Thank you again, Squarespace, for sponsoring this video, but back into it we go. Bring it on then, everybody. Newcastle United v Liverpool for a first versus second final table clash. Liverpool is led out by Jordan Henderson. We're led out by Andrea Pirlo. And look at these goddamn faces. This is nuts. I see Pele, I see Zidane, I see Maradona. Those three on the same team, you can just kiss your asses goodbye. Let's look at it once again. Schmeichel's in goal, the number 80. They're gonna have mad numbers. Just deal with it. That unbelievable back four. The midfield of Vieira and Pirlo. God damn, that would be unstoppable. Then you got Pele, Zidane, and Maradona, and the one and only real Ronaldo, R9, in up top. Like honestly, and the bench is stuffed as well. I'm sorry, what is Jordan Henderson supposed to do against me? Like, what, am I supposed to be scared? Honestly, let's bloody go, boys. I want to get a massive win if I can with this team. I surely should be able to. Scoop turn from Pele. The stop and turn, the cross to the back stick. That is a lovely delivery, and there is the first. Zidane heads home from like a yard out. You got absolutely no chance. What a ball at the back stick. Oh, come on. Scoop turn from Pele, then the old little fake shot to get inside, and at the back stick, you saw the run coming. Zizou gets his noggin on it. 23 goals for the season. I need to look at the stats at the end of the year, or at the end of this as well, to see who scored how many because the goal distribution and the assist would be nuts as well. Oh my God, Schmeichel, the first thing you have to do in the game, and you nearly gift them a goal. Thank you. Oh, that's too simple. Zidane and Ronaldo combined. Just a little ball in, thank you very much, and then surely delivers not just the knockout blow to the camera, but to Liverpool in this game. I'm taking a 2-0 lead before halftime, and I still think that's enough. Like, honestly, we're not getting beat with this team. He's only got 12 goals in the Premier League. Zidane had like double his tally going into this. Man, I don't know if that's just him being out with injury, but that just seems a bit dodgy, mate. Oh, tackle from Carlos Alberto. What a pass that is. Ball over the top. That's not going to get over the top. Ronaldo putting the pressure on. Will he get there first? Will he get there first? Oh my God, will he get there first? Stumbles. Right foot. Oh my God, I panicked. Oh, that would have been such a good goal. Oh, great slide tackle. Carlos Alberto has been my MVP in defense as well. I tell you what, I love it. And I love this too. Could be a chance for, another one. And look, we're just going to continue it like it's a rugby bloody. Look at this. Oh, ho, ho. It's like, yeah, I was saying, that's like rugby right there. We're just moving into the next guy and then to the next guy and to the next guy. And Ronaldo gets a second. Well, that's a pretty good way to go in a half-time. I would like to think that anyway, boys. Yeah, I'm pretty confident this Premier League title is... we're going to finish on, 12 points? Yeah, we're winning this one. God, that nearly got picked off. Roberto Carlos. Can see back stick. Oh, I'm going to see this here. What a delivery. And the header. You can have a 96, 7, whatever rated Zidane. He gets a header opportunity like that, and it still goes right up in the air. That's when you know. This game and crossing and headers, bro, it's just, even after the patch, it's shit. Oh, blocked on the line. What a stop that is, preventing the third goal that we've conceded all season. Man, I would have loved to have seen this as a fan. Pele coming off for Newcastle and replacing Ronaldinho. Old mate here's going to boot this ball, and that will be that. We are Premier League champions. We have done it. 112 points. Referee, come on, this is pointless. Finally, it's done. We'll get to see this team of icons lift up the Premier League trophy. I gotta be honest, I've made a mistake. I should have made Shearer the captain, put him in the team, and that would have been great for Newcastle fans watching. You could have gotten to finally see Shearer lift up the Premier League trophy. Oh, if only. Instead, you're gonna have to settle for Andrea Pirlo? I hope that's okay. Just this side alone should hopefully be fine. Newcastle United, Premier League champions with 112 points, only conceded 2 goals all season, and won every game bar 1. Just 1. I swear we're going to have another season, and I reckon next season maybe could be the season we go undefeated. We've got Champions League 2 as well, so who knows what will happen in that competition. But Maradona finishes with 40 goals, 23 assists. Pele with 28 assists, 36 goals. So debate amongst yourselves who you think's been the better player this season. You'd probably have to argue Pele, considering it was in less appearances. Zidane did bits as well. Eusebio scored a bunch. Ronaldo scored a bunch. Only made 24 appearances, though. I guess fair enough. We've got a stupid amount of attackers in this team. Carlos Alberto, and a few others is there. Just, yeah, mental numbers. As luck would have it, we also finished not just as Premier League champions, but we won the FA Cup 4-0. And I think in the Carabao Cup, it was also Liverpool. and we beat them 5-0. Man, we just battered Liverpool for fun. Well, let's end this season then. Let's see how we go in the next Premier League season if we go undefeated in that one. See how we go in the Champions League. And we'll just skip straight to the end, really. So a new season, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, we have the FA Community Shield to play, but we'll get our Champions League group soon. We got Inter, Sporting, and Spartak Moscow for our group. All right, well, we'll wipe the floor with those guys, hopefully. And you know what? I'm just going all the way. All the way to the end. We'll see if we win the Premier League. We'll see if we win the Champions League. We'll see if we can go with a 100% record in the Premier League. See if we can not concede a single goal, because we nearly got close to doing that. We'll see if we can go throughout the entire Champions League with a 100% record. Maybe not conceding a goal for the entire Champions League competition, which I actually think might happen. There's a lot less games played in the Champions League campaign compared to in the Premier League. So I reckon our best bet is of going a 100% undefeated without even conceding a single goal would be in the Champions League and not the Premier League. But regardless, all will be revealed right now. Oh, it's happened again. This time we actually lost. Who beat us? God, I don't know. Whatever. But it's Liverpool again. They improved by 1 point compared to last season. Fair play. That's a nuts team right there. It's just a shame that there just happens to be a team of the greatest players that ever played the game in the same league. Oh my God, and of course it would be. We didn't just concede one goal in one game either. We conceded 2 whole goals to Liverpool and lost 2-0. Astonishing. We got all the way to fucking May, and with what would it be? 1, 2, 3, 4 games away. So we had 34 games in, and then we finally stumble at like one of the final hurdles. God damn it. Well, as you may have seen, we made the Champions League final, of course, and we won that one, which is very good, but we did concede, so we clearly didn't go through the whole Champions League without conceding a goal. But did we win every game? We won every game across the 2 legs in the semi-finals. We won every game across 2 legs in the quarters. And what about in the round of 16? Yep, we won all those games too. So if we have 18 points out of a possible 18 and we've won 6 out of 6 games in the group stage, we won every game in the Champions League. Oh, baby, get in and look at that shit. We scored 22 goals and didn't concede a single one. We won every single game in the Champions League, but not in the Premier League, just one game. And for the whole 2 seasons, we only lost once. Because we won the FA Community Shield, we won the FA Cup 4-0 against United, and we also absolutely thumped Liverpool once again 5-0 in the Carabao Cup final. This team is just too OP, no one could beat it. No one had a chance at all. Whoo! And look what happens when the fucking real Ronaldo plays all his games. 62 goals from 62 appearances, 15 assists. And then there's a huge gap between him and Zinedine Zidane. 37, 34, 28, 20. Bloody Pele got up to a 99 overall as well. Well, that will do it for this one. That's a madness right there. But I've got some other ideas for some cool stuff to do with these icons in career mode. If you have any ideas, leave them in the comments. But I've got at least one more video left to do with these icons in career mode. So I'm not going to say what, but just bear with me because, yeah, it'll be pretty, I'm hoping it'll be a pretty cool one. But until that video and until just the next career mode video or the next video in general, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and have a good one.